And we begin tonight with the COVID surge approaching record levels. The U.S. set to begin another difficult year with thousands of Americans infected and thousands of others hospitalized with the virus. After a holiday backlog, the U.S. is now reporting more than 440,000 new cases, a single-day pandemic record. Across the country, the long wait for testing, this line of cars snaking through Clayton, New Jersey today, a flashback to the earliest days of the pandemic. As the Omicron variant takes hold, a new CDC report tonight finding that the incubation period may be 3 days, 25% faster than Delta. The debate over those new CDC guidelines on isolation and quarantine after infection or exposure, some doctors asking why not require a test before being in the clear. The nation's largest school system, New York City, announcing school will reopen next week with stepped-up testing. They will no longer quarantine entire classrooms. ABC's Victor Oquendo leads us off.
With the COVID surge now nearing record levels, averaging 240,000 cases a day, scenes reminiscent of the early days of the pandemic, lines of cars stretching as far as the eye can see. From Virginia to New Jersey, Miami to Philadelphia, Americans spending this holiday week waiting hours for COVID tests.
It's crazy. I can't even go to my neighborhood drugstore. And then coming here, well, we just got shut down saying that they're not taking any more people.
Tonight, soaring demand for tests and a backlog of holiday reporting have driven COVID cases to 440,000, the highest one-day total ever. But a true snapshot of the winter surge won't be known until after New Year's. Still, hospitals under strain are warning it will only get worse.
We have no beds. We're holding patients in the ER for multiple hours, if not days, multiple days.
And tonight, new clues about Omicron. A CDC report suggests the incubation period may be as little as 3 days as compared to 4 for Delta and at least 5 days for the original strain. Just yesterday, the CDC shortened the recommended isolation period for asymptomatic people to 5 days, followed by 5 days of masking, but the guidance making no mention of a test before leaving isolation.
I actually think it would help a lot if we did ask people to get a negative test as well. It would actually make a big difference. So I don't know why the CDC did not put that in. I suspect it might be because tests are still hard to come by, and that may make it even harder.
But New York City plans to make testing the center of a new plan to keep more students in the classroom.
This is how we are going to look at schools from this point on. Keep them safe and keep them open.
The country's largest school system will no longer quarantine entire classrooms exposed to COVID. Instead, they'll ramp up testing after a positive case. Students who are asymptomatic and test negative with an at-home kit can stay in school.
This new variant is affecting children more than the past variants.
It comes as COVID cases in children are soaring to nearly 200,000 last week. Hospitalizations up 80%, nearly all of those patients unvaccinated.
Typically, we see children over 5. 2/3 of them have a comorbidity, and that comorbidity is typically obesity, but 1/3 of them don't. 1/3 of them are otherwise perfectly normal, so therefore all children are at risk.
We met 9-year-old Valentina and her mom Gabby from a safe distance here in Miami.
Vale, I hope you feel better soon, okay?
Both are vaccinated, but Valentina tested positive the day after Christmas.
You still have symptoms?
Yeah.
What are you feeling now?
I still have runny nose, sore throat, and my head hurts a little bit.
She woke up like almost crying of how much it hurt. We're very thankful that we were able to vaccinate her right before this. So I'm sure that has helped.
Tonight, some officials are warning against large gatherings on New Year's Eve.
Omicron and Delta are coming to your party.
And more Broadway shows are going dark. Just days ago, actor Hugh Jackman paid tribute to Broadway's understudies after COVID sidelined his co-star.
Found out at 12 noon today, and at 1 o'clock, she had her very first rehearsal as Mariam Peru.
Tonight, The Music Man canceling performances after Hugh Jackman revealed he too has mild symptoms from COVID.
So many shows and events impacted by this surge. Victor Oquendo is back with us now from Miami. And Victor, the CDC tonight is also updating its estimate of Omicron cases in the U.S.
Whit, that's right. The CDC now estimates Omicron makes up nearly 59% of all new cases. That is lower than last week's initial estimate of 73%. Still, Omicron is the dominant strain, and the CDC says cases are steadily increasing. Also new tonight, the FDA says that rapid antigen tests work, but may be more likely to miss Omicron cases. Whit?
That's a big concern given the demand. Victor, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.